Greeting lecturers and everyone. In this video, me and my teammate will present to you about our ESP assignment 2 on the topic of tourism. For our group, we have 5 members, including Marani, Sanu, Lily, me, Vatai, and Soknan. For our table of content of this presentation, we have 5 main points, which are introduction, course outline, lesson plan, assessment method, and conclusion. Therefore, let's begin the first section, which is introduction. So, as we have known, tourism industry relies heavily on effective communication, making English for specific purpose a crucial component in training professionals for this field. Unlike general English, ESP for tourism is tailored to meet the specific linguistics and communicative needs of learner in real-world professional contexts. It includes mastering tourist interaction, handling complaints, giving guided tours, and providing information for historical landmarks. For our ESP course, which is specifically targeted during experience and post-experience learners, we have adopted content-based learning approach as it integrates English language learning with subject-specific knowledge, ensuring that learner acquire both linguistic proficiency and industry expertise. However, in the process of discussing the course outline, we have encountered several challenges, which one of the key issues is needs analysis, as we lack direct access to our target learners, making it difficult for us to identify their specific language needs without further investigation. Additionally, there is also a limited access of authentic materials and availability to subject matter experts. It restricts us to tourism textbook without any support from professionals of this field. So in the following section, we will outline a comprehensive ESP course tailored to both during and post-experience tourism students by detailing course aim, learning outcome, syllabus structure, lesson plan, assessment strategies, and assessment strategies. And by considering learners' background and professional objective, this course design aims to create an effective ESP course for tourism students and tailor relevant lesson plan and assessment method to assess the learner's learning comprehension toward the course. Next, I would like to give the floor to my teammate who will be presenting the second section.
Okay, thank you, Batai, for giving me the floor. So I would like to bring your attention to the second part, which is talking about a brief description and rationale for the course outline. So as what I have mentioned already, that this course is an ESP course. So we create this course for English for tourism for tour guides, and this course is specifically prepared for intermediate students who are non-native speakers, and it will take 4 weeks, which is focused from Monday to Friday, and it also takes 3 hours per day as well in order to complete this course. So students should be in during situation or in post during experience or post experience, because these two we can combine the student to work in group perfectly, and it demonstrates clear aims and objectives of the lessons that enhance student ability in using English in their professional careers by improving student vocabularies and using very sense structure as well. So this course also addressed authentic lessons, which involve student practice a real life situation through role play or video observation and reflection as well. And so students also have a chance to improve their daily communication related to tour guide job. So therefore, by studying this course, students will improve their macro and micro language skills, which will enhance their ability to communicate effectively and foster their ability to use English in their professional practice very well. So I finished with this one. I would like to give the floor to Sanuk to present about a learning outcome. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bong Marani, for giving me the floor. And I would like to continue to the next part, which is the learning outcome. So, because this is the English class for the tourism. So one of the key important is to have the student to remember all the vocabulary that related to being a tour guide when they want to guide the tourists to the other place like historical place, and also the student will be able to identify like the useful key phrase for communication with guests and the tourists, and they also will be able to differentiate between effective communication in various scenarios because we adopt the content base, so we are have the student participate in a lot of role plays. And another thing is student will be able to analyze the communication strategy by observing the video. And the two next point is to student will be able to like create the video that indicate to guiding skier, because as a tourist, sorry, as a guide, they would have to be able to speak with a confidence to guide the tourists to go to the like the historical site, and they can also do a video after introduction to their countries, extra. And then they also will be able to develop the ability to inform the audience to participate during the tour. Okay, and then to the next part is I'm going to talk about the course outline. So as my teammates uh, has mentioned, for this course outline, for this course content, we would like to adopt the content-based instruction. And there are a few reasons why we decided to use like the content-based. By using this, we believe that the student will be able to engage and interact with real-life situations that are relevant to the tourism and communication, that give students the opportunity to improve their language proficiency and as well as increase their knowledge on tourism as well. So according to the Emery's and Fermis in 2014, they have conducted a research on the content-based instruction towards the effectiveness of student English learning. And they did it with a sample of 82 from a private university. And they also found that there was a significant difference between student performance that using the content-based instruction with the traditional another approach. Like this mean that the group of students who touch through content-based instructions outperforming another group of students who touch through another's approach. Therefore, we believe that by choosing to apply the content-based instruction, students will be able to develop and significantly improve their language skill. And for the unit consequencing pattern, we choose the linear revision because we believe that this pattern is more um, appropriate and effective, and especially it's easy and it's clear for students to understand it more effectively. And it also allows students to have more time to observe the lesson that they have learned. So it's also a good chance for students to observe and to help slow learner to ensure that there is no one left behind. Therefore, we believe that linear revision would be the best choice for us to adopt into this course because it allows students um, having more time to improve their skill and as well as teacher having more time to observe the student performance. And that would be it for my part. I would like to give the floor back to Bong Marani to continue our presentation.
Okay, thank you, Sanu, for giving me the floor. Now let's just go with the appendix 1, which is focus about course outline. So I would like to show you a little about our course outline that we have already designed in the table. So we involve weekday sections as we have 3 hours, so we divide into 2 sections per day as well. And we also involve with the topics and as well as the activities that both teacher and students they do during the class. So can you please move to the next slide? Teacher, we found it in appendix 1. So the third one, we are talking about teaching materials. As we have shown here, the few things that we enroll. The first one, we focus about course books. So we involve 3 course books from Career Path, Tourism Book 1, Book 2, and as well as Book 3. But according to the course duration, we will adopt only some units from 3 textbooks that are mainly related to tour guides. As I also saw here, 5 units from book 1, 3 units from book 2, and 6 units from book 3. We also involve 3 videos and maybe some other related to our content as well, and as well as the handout, which is focused about the script, something like this. And of course, we also involve LCD projector as well. And beside that, can you move to the next slide? Thank you. We come to our assessment method. We involve class attendance, which you can see here that count 10% of the total scores. Role play, it's count 20%, group works 20%, pair work 10%, and also the major assignment 40%. So I also write down the major assignment in the appendix 1 as well, and I hope teacher can see it. Thank you. So we finish with the assessment method here. I also want to give the floor to our teammates to present the next slide. Thank you.
Thank you, Rami, for giving me the floor. So I will explain about the lesson plan. For that lesson plan here, the first one is the lesson plan for week 4, day 2, and the next one is about the third day of the week 4. And in the second day of the week 4 here, our lesson objective is that at the end of the lesson, students will be able to work with area of vocabulary related to local attraction, especially like they will be able to use a lot of word choice. And then the second one is to demonstrate their reading comprehension and speaking ability. And the last one is to perform role playing and present information about jurisdiction and also local attraction professionally. Can you move to the slide, please? So in order to achieve our lesson objective here, we have like quite a lot of approach. So therefore, like chit chat, we do the lesson warm up to eat 1, to eat 2, to eat 3, to eat 4, and the last one is the wrap up section. And the main to expand this is by starting from warm up. So in warm up activity, we will let students discuss about general questions such as what activity do local people do during their holiday, where is the main destination that they often visit, and what are the attractions, like what that hold the time the people there. And then the reason behind this is to firstly engage students with familiar concepts and also develop their critical thinking skills while at the same time encourage students to express their ideas. And the main point here is also to prepare students for the lesson topic as well. And for the technique one, it's about like teaching vocabulary and also completing the exercises. And in here, the activities begin by teacher let student go to page 20 and then observe the image of the tourist activity and they discuss whether they have experienced this activity or not. And also later on, teacher will like explain the vocabulary like the key point on that page. And the reason behind that is teacher wants to build a simple vocabulary that discuss attraction in tourism industry for students while also at the same time develop their reading comprehension. For Internet 2, it's about listening comprehension. It's like basically like the main step is to improve student listening skills and the thing here is about group discussion and the preparation for their like role playing demo that will come in the report. So if it just to in this is to just let students brainstorm their idea about the topic, whether what we want to include in the role playing demo, and also like to encourage collaboration among them and prepare them for real life communication. And for the last technique, we basically let students do the role playing demo in class. So this activity begin by group life lecture representative and then one as a tour guide and another as a tourist. And then like each group representative they have like about 10 minutes to do the role play and so we provide constructive feedback for the students. So the rationale behind this is to firstly enhance student confidence, then encourage students to communicate in professional manner, while at the same time have students free experience their future goals for those that lack experience and also for those who don't have any experience in this sector yet. In this sector yet. So this is the end of my part. I would like to give the floor to my member. Thank you.
Thank you, Lily, for giving me the floor. So for the continuation of the section of lesson plan, we have another lesson plan which is for week 4 and day 3. For this lesson, it is situated for tourism book 3 unit 10 on a tour. For this lesson plan, we have about 3 hours for our session. However, it is reduced to only 170 minutes in case that some students might arrive late or provide any delay response. For the learning objective of this specific lesson plan, at the end of the lesson, students will be able to use appropriate tourism-related vocabulary and expression to conduct a tour. The second objective is practice structuring and delivering a guided tour presentation. And the last one is develop confidence in speaking and storytelling in tourism context. For the detailed content of this lesson plan, for the first part, this lesson begins with a warm-up activity where teacher display image of famous tourist sites and ask students to identify and discuss them. This technique help activate prior knowledge and make the lesson more engaging and relevant. It also encourages students to share personal experiences and foster a learning center environment. Next, in Technique 1, students participate in a discussion and speaking activity where they describe a well-known place that they have visited without naming it. Their classmates then attempt to guess the location based on the description. This activity develops students' descriptive skills and strengthens their ability to use creative imagination and precise language, which is an essential skill for tour guides. And following this, we have technique 2, where students engage in a listening activity in which they hear a recorded audio of a tour operator and complete comprehension exercise. This technique allows them to analyze authentic tourism-related speech, improving their listening skills, pronunciation, and understanding professional terminology. The most interactive part of this lesson is the third technique, which is a group-based role play, where students work in groups to prepare and present a mini guided tour. For this activity, one member acts as the tour guide while the other play tourist asking questions. This learning activity allows students to practice public speaking and customer interaction. So overall, this second lesson plan effectively combines listening, speaking, and content-based activity, ensuring a well-rounded and practical learning experience. By integrating this approach, students develop both language proficiency and field-specific knowledge, preparing them for real-world tourism communication challenges. Uh, Lastly, I would like to give the floor to my teammate who will be presenting the last two sections.
Thank you so much, Vatay. And now I would like to draw your attention to the next slide, which is about the pre-description of an rationale for the assessment method. That is the assessment method like Rani mentioned previous slide. So in our course here, we use two assessment method, which play significant roles in ensuring the effectiveness of the ESP course for tourism. So the first one is formative assessment, and the second one is performance-based assessment. So these two assessment methods, the formative assessment, this one really refers to the ongoing process in the class that have teachers to monitor and observe students in learning and providing feedback immediately after student like peer work or group work. And the another one is performance-based assessment. This is mostly it's about the real-world tasks that student can demonstrate their knowledge and skills, and also ability by completing the real-world task. That means it's outside the class. So now let's go to the number one is formative assessment. So we have class attendance, group work, and peer work. That is from Marine parts. And for the class attendance here in class, when students come to the class regularly, so they can ensure their active participation and consistent engagement in learning activities. So based on this, when students come to class regularly, they feel want to study, and also they have a high percentage of successful in the this course. And the next one is group work. So group work is in formative assessment because this one teachers and we teachers can provide students to work on projects, for example, like real-world tourism scenarios, which encourage collaboration between students and especially enhance communication skill. Like what they mentioned at the moment, like this some one student or two student be tour guides and other student be like tourists, and then they have a group work and work on their projects. And next one, it's peer work. So peer work here, it's very useful to foster peer interactions between student that can help students to practice the dialogue within the guided situation. So this like teacher can support students by giving them the materials that is the situation, guided situation in that case. So now let's go to the next slide. In the next slide, it's about performance-based assessment. So role play. So role play and major assignment are included in the performance-based assessment. So role play is the main component in assisting students' ability to handle real-life situation. So in this, we would like to assign our student to go to a tourist site where they can show their ability to help and guide tourists in that area, in that tourist site. So when they guide their tourists, they will face some challenges and get some complaints. So it is the opportunity to learn how to handle those real life situations. So when they take a role place like this, they can face the real challenges, and that time they will learn how to solve that kinds of problems. And for the major assignment, so we assign students to create a video that we teacher can watch in order to demonstrate their guiding skill and how they apply industry specific language. So when they study about the tourism, so what kinds of language do they use in that practice in that video? So language in a practical setting and the ability to communicate with foreign tourists. So this is the major assignment that we want our students to do. And the next one, it's about the conclusion. Okay, so in short, this ESP course is designed to offer help for intermediate level students who want to improve the English skill for tourism. And in this course, we mainly focus on the syllabus that use real-world example, communicative activities, and involve practice to ensure student learning is more effective. And however, we also still have some like challenges as like our authentic materials and expertise from those who have a high level in this course. And in this course, students also have more opportunity to participate actively in this course because we apply role play, group work, peer work, and guided speaking tasks that can build their confidence in communication and ensure they can use their skill in real life situation, which is for tourism. And by the end, we can guarantee that students will be confident and skillful tourist guides for whom the tourism industry is waiting. So they will be skillful and confident with that area. So the next slide is about reference, and our presentation come to the end. Thank you, lecturer, for listening.